No? Oh, we done 100. Yeah, I got it on video.
Hi, I'm Ayan,
And I'm Sid.
and welcome back to another Every Car Wednesday.
Keen viewers would notice that generally at this time we put out our fun fact, but for a change, we'd like to thank everyone who has supported us throughout our journey till now. We've just hit 100 subscribers and we're very proud of ourselves. And we would just like to thank everyone who has supported us throughout the journey.
Regular viewers would also know that we have changed the intro, and this is going to be the new intro from now on. In the future videos, you will still see the old intro to our video, but from now on, we'll be using this intro, and this is for us to commit that we're going to upload every Wednesday as we have for the past few weeks. And this is also a new start for the channel, and like this is only the start, so expect better content to be coming soon. With all of that out of the way, today we're going to be talking about the Renault Kiger. It's going to go up against the likes of the Maruti Brezza, the Ford EcoSport, the Kia Sonet, as well as others in the segment. It's going to be offered in 4 different variants: the RXZ, the RXL, the RXT, and the RXZ. The styling on this car has been a little controversial, so stay tuned till the end of the video to see what we think about that.
The car is based on the CMFA Plus platform, on which its brothers the Magnite and Triber are also based. You also get dual tone paint color scheme right from the base model. You also get a split roof spoiler at the back, which looks very stylish. You get chrome all around the car, but not in the base variant. The bonnet also gets very interesting scoops on either sides, which makes it look very muscular. You get a triple LED setup if you go for the highest trim, but you also get LEDs in the lower trims, which is very interesting. I'm personally not a big fan of the split headlight setup that is going on around in the new car designs, but you guys do let us know what you think of that design in the comments down below. As standard, you get 16-inch steel wheels, but you can also upgrade to alloys in the higher trims. To some people, the Kiger may look like a jacked up Quid, and both me and Ayan belong to that some people. But it does have a lot of things to differentiate it from its smaller brother, the Quid. To give it that SUV appeal, it also gets 205mm of ground clearance.
It shares some of the interior bits from the same car built on the same platform, like the climate control vents are from the Magnite. You only get a fully digital gauge cluster display in the highest trim, but in the lower trims, you get a half digital gauge cluster display and analog gauges on the side. Something disappointing in this car is that in the base model, you don't get a stereo system. And if you want a stereo system, you'll have to move up the range. If you want an infotainment system, you'll have to move up to the RXT variant. With the RXT variant, you get Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, as well as a rear parking camera. You also do not get any leather seats on this car, but we think it's okay because it's coming at a much cheaper price compared to the competitors. Although the interior quality is not that great and it does not have a lot of soft touch materials, the plastic quality is really good, and with the funky design of the car, I think the Kiger stands out in its own way. Where this car pulls itself back is that you do get a lot of storage space. You get 2 glove boxes, you get ample amount of space to store your phone, which not all the competitors offer. And in the higher trims, you also get a rear aircon, a 12-volt socket, and again, like we mentioned, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but this time it's wireless, so that's always great. And you also get multiple drive modes, which is a big advantage in this car compared to the competitors.
Just a small request, guys. I know we've reached 100 subscribers, but that was just our first milestone. Our next milestone is 1,000 subscribers, and I know it's going to take a lot more time to reach that target, but you know what you can do to support us? Do go subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of our crazy updates.
In terms of the engine, you get 2 engine options, one with a fruity turbo as well. So with the first engine, you get a 1-liter 3-cylinder naturally aspirated engine with 71 horsepower, 96 Newton meters of torque with a 5-speed manual or a 5-speed automatic. Or you can upgrade to the 1-liter 3-cylinder turbo with 98 horsepower, and depending on the transmissions, the torque number varies. So you get 160 Newton meters of torque with the manual transmission, or 152 Newton meters of torque with the CVT automatic. Just keep in mind the turbo engine is not offered in the base RXE variant. There are also multiple drive modes in the car, including Eco, Normal and Sport. In terms of mileage, Renault claims that we'll get 20 kilometers per litre in combined driving, which is very impressive in our opinion. In terms of pricing, it starts from 5.45 lakhs and goes all the way up to 9.55 lakhs. And you can check out the detailed pricing right here.
With over 12 choices, people are really spoiled with options in this segment, and people are not able to choose the best car that fulfills all their needs. Different cars in this segment fulfill different needs. Like if you want a car that's sporty and fun to drive, you should go for the Ford EcoSport or the Mahindra XUV 300. If it's features that you're after, you can go for the Kia Sonet or the Hyundai Venue. But if it's budget that you're looking for, look no further and get the Renault Kiger or the Nissan Magnite. Renault hasn't really released a product in India that has led the market in any way. The last successful product they had was the Duster, and that was released quite a long time ago, and the Duster is not really being sold in good numbers today. For now, Renault hasn't really conquered any segment where people can just close their eyes and buy a Renault, but Renault plans to change that with the launch of the Kiger. The Kiger is a value for money car. It offers almost everything that the competitors offer, but for a far lesser price. The car gets features like a wireless charger, multiple drive modes, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which are very welcome features in a car of this price point. Although being narrower than the competitors, it has a very good blend of space and boot capacity. With a segment leading 405 litre boot capacity and comfortable seating for 5, it is very impressive. Like seen in its big brother the Duster, the suspension is also very well tuned to tackle all kinds of roads, which is expected of almost all the Renaults. Although it is not a very powerful car if you look at its specs, think about this, it just weighs over 1 ton. And because it's so light, its power to weight ratio is also great, so it's not that bad to drive around in. If we talk about the design of the car, it's okay-ish. We personally are not big fan of this design, but if you do like this design, do let us know in the comments down below and let us know why you like it. If safety is another point that you're considering while buying this car, and I think you should consider it, this car will really impress you. Although the Kiger has not been tested, but its twin brother the Magnite has been tested by Global NCAP and it bagged 4 out of 5 stars, which is very impressive for a car of this price point. Overall, it checks off almost all the boxes, and if you're in the market for a subcompact SUV but for the price of a hatchback, you should really go for the Renault Kiger.
With that being said, the EC score for this car is
6 out of 10. Now we've given it a 6 out of 10 for a few reasons. First thing is its design and its looks. We think Renault could have done a much better job in designing the Kiger, and we are not particularly great fans of the front of the car with the split headlight designs. They could have avoided that, but that's just our opinion. Second thing is they could have included features like a sunroof that almost all its competitors provide, but I mean, what more can you expect from this price point? Third thing that was a real pain for Ayan was they could have included basic features like a colored door handle in the base model. I mean, that's least expected from a car like this.
That's about it for the Renault Kiger. If you did enjoy the video, please do consider subscribing down below. And if you want to check out our last video, you can always check it up here. And again, thank you for 100 subscribers.
And if you want to watch few videos that YouTube suggests from our channel, click here. And if you want to subscribe, click here. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Goodbye.